There are Buddhas who pity sentient beings and think about sentient beings but do not want to enter Nirvana. They still appear in the form of a Bodhisattva, that is, they still rely on the form of the gods to help sentient beings depending on conditions. Therefore, it is necessary to understand that rebirth and reincarnation are two completely different concepts, different in paramitas, different in wisdom, and different in achievements. So how do we know if someone is reincarnated or not? In a lineage, it is the responsibility of a Dharma King to find and confirm the reincarnations, Tulku, of that lineage. However, there are those who are reincarnated but are not transcendent in reincarnation. Because maybe in their past lives they only achieved concentration, but they can still rely on that concentration to be reborn again. Even though the state of samadhi is a transcendent realm and far beyond that of ordinary people, they still need to rely on their guru to be reborn. To confirm whether a person is truly reincarnated or not, the master will have to test that person for a certain period of time. They still have to go through challenges, go through the process of experience and practice. Only when one achieves true achievement, meaning one has achieved the ability to completely master oneself, one's intellect and one's ego, that is, one has achieved the Dharma of secrets, at least reaching Mahayoga, great yoga, then one can be determined to be a complete reincarnation. Otherwise, they are still just in the tested and proven stage. In rebirth, there is rebirth wisdom and rebirth ignorance. Therefore, in a lineage, even though there are many reincarnations, it still needs to go through refinement and verification to determine which one will become a complete master. There are those who are tulkus but are not gurus. That means he is just a reincarnation, a Rinpoche, and not yet a real master. In fact, there are very few Rinpoches who can become masters. It should be understood that not everyone who is confirmed to be the reincarnation of a Bodhisattva or Mahasiddha is an Siddha. This also depends on testing the level of realization through confirmation from the teacher. For example, if you master the Dharma, you can become a scholar. When you are able to explain all of the 5 insights, you are a practitioner. But to truly penetrate the 5 insights and attain great wisdom, at this time you are an accomplished one. And to achieve that, you must go through a very rigorous process of practice and testing. For example, the teacher himself, before being recognized as a Tulku, still practiced like a normal person, still going through the process of practicing meditation, practicing morality, practicing concentration, then practicing contemplation, practicing wisdom. Along with that, the stages of tantric practice must also be practiced like normal practitioners, reciting mantras, meditating, developing Bodhi mind, and then taking precepts. Everyone must go through a long period of practice and training until they are recognized as a master. Then they will be completely complete. Therefore, you must remember that the titles given above are not titles that come naturally, nor are they achieved naturally. Everything must be through merit, through wisdom, through teaching, and through the whole process of practice. You must express it, show it with your own true abilities. Excerpt from the sermon on March 22, 2026, by His Holiness 17th Kyabje Kadam Choje, Dongchen Chotrul Rinpoche, His Holiness Kadam Narthang Tripa Rinpoche.